IVM.
Have you really noticed that people who really need to get fit are actually the ones who are not motivated enough or easily fall off the bandwagon before they can actually make it a lifestyle? Whereas the people who have good health and fitness statistics seem to have it all under control, or they look like they've completely figured it out. And I'm sure the people who are not very motivated constantly tell the people who are super fit that, yeah, for you it's very easy and all of that. But clearly, knowing the right thing to do and doing the right thing to do are actually two different things, because it's not like the unfit people don't know that they're not supposed to eat sugar or they're supposed to exercise every day. They all know it. But then what is stopping us? And especially I've received a lot of requests from people asking me to talk about motivation and how to stick to a particular routine or stick to working out and enjoying it. So that is why I have come up with this thought of Tabata Tuesdays and Thriving Thursdays, which is, according to me, a perfect mix of action and motivation. Tuesday to kickstart your active lifestyle, and every Thursday I will share how my learnings from sport, fitness and spirituality have not only helped me survive but to thrive in my personal and entrepreneurial life, which today I can call as my kinetic life. You must have heard about the phrase, life is too short. Recently, I was going back to work from my physio appointment in a rickshaw. While waiting at the signal, a scooty zoomed past my rickshaw, and within less than 10 feet away from me, I saw the rider and the scooty get thrown on the side of the footpath. What had happened is that the rider tried to go ahead past the car in front of my rick, and the gentleman sitting on that side of the car opened the door without looking back. So the result was the door had hit the rider and also the scooter, as well as cutting into the rider's foot. First, I didn't think too much because these things keep happening in Mumbai traffic. But when I saw blood on his foot, it made me immediately get out of my rick and approach him. This response came so involuntarily that honestly I feel like my logical mind would have resisted for a moment. The guy was very young and he panicked looking at his own blood. So I put him in my rickshaw and took him to the ER. And on the way, I looked at his panicked and painful state of mind and body. So my automatic response was to get into coach mode. And I was like telling him to breathe and that all will be fine and to call his family. But to give him credit, even though the impact had sent him in sort of a shock, he had tied his handkerchief around the wound to control the bleeding. After we reached the ER, it was all fine and he felt calm. But on my way back, a different version of the phrase life is too short came to my head, which is life is too fragile. No matter how strong you are, physically, mentally, emotionally, the universe has its ways. Most of the times, you are engaged in chasing your long-term or short-term goals, and you think that is life. Success and failure matter a lot to you. Doing better than others matters a lot. Buying that new house or the car matters a lot. Going to the best vacation spots and the best restaurants matters a lot. Learning that new skill in the gym and showing off matters a lot. What a guy or a girl thinks of your dance moves matters a lot. And most of all, nowadays, Instagram likes matter a lot. But my friends, that is not real life. Life is beyond your life and your universe. It is the way of the universe, your existence on this planet, and what potential you have as a human being. Life is what experiences are out there for you to absorb in, not your designation, social roles, or body fat percentages. And please don't think I'm belittling your goals because I have my own. But I'm just requesting you to see the fragility and the uncertainty of this man-made civilization that we have called quote-unquote life. If you realize that things can change in a second, you'll probably have different one-year goals. For example, you will prioritize that hobby. Don't put real-life experiences like learning a new language or baking or skydiving on the back burner, thinking that I will do it when I'm X years old or when my business is thriving, or the most common excuse, when I have the free time. But let me tell you, free is a very subjective word and it is all about priority. Like I have mentioned in another episode of Thriving Thursdays, that thriving is to act knowing that it starts with you. So if you truly realize life is short, then all these things I mentioned above that currently matter a lot to you will change. A, you will be mentally more free. And B, you will prioritize the experiences that really matter. For example, instead of cribbing why your partner came late to dinner, you will focus on quality conversations. You will call that friend you had a major argument with and make amends. Or it could be that you choose to walk away from a toxic friendship because it is not thriving despite all your efforts. You will give your health goals an honest shot because they are not meant to be pursued when you get old or when you have the time. Understanding that life is uncertain and fragile will give you a lot of clarity while making decisions that truly matter, that will take you from the survival mode to the thriving mode. Thank you so much for listening to the Kinetic Living podcast series of the Tabata Tuesdays and the Thriving Thursdays. We've had an excellent run of 13 amazing workouts that I'm sure have gotten you stronger. And if you haven't had the chance or if you want to do them again in the future, remember it's all online. You can just play my podcast wherever you are, in a hotel room or in your gym, and do those workouts. And if you're feeling like you're stuck in a rut or you're feeling low, then feel free to hit up any of these Thriving Thursday podcasts, and I'm sure it will bring you back into the thriving mode. Stay tuned because I'm planning some super fun stuff for you guys. Write to me or DM me about any requests or any doubts that you might have, or if any experience that you want to share with me. And also you can share this podcast with your friends and family if it has really helped you. That's it for today. This is Coach Urmi. Stay strong.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed that episode. And if you enjoy listening to content on the IVM Podcast Network, let me tell you about a couple of things that you should check out this week. On the Edges and Sledges Cricket Podcast, Ashwin and DJ conclude the Ashes and talk about the failure of Indian middle order in the T20s. On Geek Fruit, Dinkar and Jishnu talk about pop culture that revolves around the apocalypse and tell us how they would ideally prepare for it. On Varta Lab, Akash and Naveen are joined by Shashwat Bulusu, a singer-songwriter from Baroda who is pushing the sonic aesthetic of guitar-centric laid-back pop. On Advertising is Dead, Varun is joined by singer-songwriter Ankur Tiwari, who talks about how artists find new forms of expression and monetize their work. On Ganatantra, Alok and Saryu are joined by Smitana Saikia of Flame University Pune to talk about the history and impact of the NRC list and how it has caused marginalization in the Northeast. Thanks, and we hope to see you again soon.
What do we have to do? Welcome to What a Play, you guys. This is the favorite sports podcast of several sports persons such as myself, Dudeja and Mikhail, who also happen to be the hosts.
Yes, you should definitely listen to our podcast for our take, and quite a uninformed but hilarious take on sports every week. We give out awards, we discuss what happened in the world of sports, and
we take breaks as well.
We come up with jingles and sound effects on the go. So you should definitely give us an example of a sound effect, Dudeja.
Bolo Matthew Ade.
Yeah, tune in for some of that, bro. You can catch us on the IVM network every Wednesday on the go. On the Wednesday, in the Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, What a Player. What a Player W, Wednesday W.
Wow. Wednesday.
Wednesday to Wednesday, What a Player, Matthew Vade.